Hello and welcome to Rev Sports' first innings of the India versus West Indies Test series, and already to no surprises of our own. West Indies, or rather, let's say India, the far superior side, is absolutely dominating from the very first ball. West Indies at the moment is 90 for 5. Shai Hope gets out to Kuldeep Yadav at the very last delivery. Shomik, you were telling me something off camera. Why don't you start off with that?
No, I was thinking, why did Shubman brought in Jadeja as first change? If he would have, from 42 for 4, Shea Hope and Roston Chase took the score to 90. But if Shubman would have brought in Kuldeep as the first change, because both Bumrah and Siraj had a long spell with the new ball, um, Western's probably would have been 7 or 8 down by now. Because see, in this batting lineup against Kuldeep, they don't have a chance at all. They are not going to rate Kuldeep. It would be kind of a jigsaw. It would be kind of a jigsaw puzzle for them. So they sort of don't have a chance. But things have been nicely set up as far as India are concerned by Siraj and Bumrah, especially Siraj with his 3 wickets in his first spell.
Absolutely. What do you think when it comes to the Indian bowler, Shamik? What do you think the mindset will be going into the second innings? Because you know that there's not any real competition, but at the same time, it's a good opportunity to get their flow in, to get their rhythm in. Do you think that's what the mindset is going to be?
Yeah, the mindset is about hitting the right areas only. They don't have to do anything extra. They don't have to do anything. See, the pitch, the grass has been shaved off a little, and it's on the face of it. It now looks like a batting pitch. And maybe that is the reason why West Indies opted to bat first after winning the toss. But then again, there is movement. There was still movement of the surface. The ball moved. For the first the ball moved in the air and off the pitch, and it's about against this West Indies batting lineup. It's about just hitting the right areas, doing your basics right, and they will give in because the majority of them don't have the temperament to bat long in Test cricket. That is their biggest problem. You look at Alec Athanas's wickets. He is such a talented player. He is. When he is in full flow, he is very easy on the eye. A couple of cover drives, but he tried one too many. That ball from Siraj wide, and he went full throttle to it. Full throttle cover drive, and he was caught at slip. So this is the thing about short selection. Mm, this is something about temperament. The two players who has the right temperament is Shai Hope and Roston Chase. But then once again, Shai Hope, uh, Kuldeep uh, put out a, uh, one of his stock deliveries, and he was gone. Um, I think India will not do anything extra. They will just keep it things very simple, and West Indies will cave in. That simple.
I mean, West Indies is already caving in, so um, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. When we talk about Test cricket and the recent series that we have played
Mhm.
coming from England, it was such a tough Test series. You know, every day it was a fight, and then you go into West Indies where there's nothing really happening and there's no real challenge here. So you know, how does Shubman Gill at this point captain the team? Of course, you want to dominate and you want to uh, go in with a very aggressive mindset, but at the same time, what is your aim here?
Aim in the sense India still would be ruthless. They would once the West Indies are all out, they would try to bat as long as possible, and then I think India would look forward to playing just one innings in this Test match. So that is the thing, because then India deserved after three very tough Test series. New Zealand, we never thought New Zealand would be such a tough Test series, and a 3-0 whitewash, home whitewash, followed by the Test series in Australia and then England. Now this is sort of, you can sort of, they will not relax, but I mean, it is. I think this team deserves a bit of leeway in terms of playing a softer side rather.
Absolutely. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about is We saw the pitch giving us some real nice spice there. What do you make of the pitch? Great pitch for Kuldeep Yadav to come in and absolutely wipe off the West Indies batting lineup.
No, see, in 2 days before the start of the match, it was a green top. It was yesterday I said it is green grass of home. Yesterday, the lawnmower was used, and now there is a tinge of green, but it is not a green top, and it looks like it's a completely. It looks like it will be good. It will be a good batting wicket as the match progresses. So from that point of view, that is the reason why West Indies opted to bat first. So from that point of view, I think India will try to bat long. And as I've told you, but there was, as because the overcast conditions, everything, it was there was rain. It's not raining. It's not. Although there is a forecast of rain towards the back end of today's play. Let's see what happens. But it's a bit of overcast. The ball is moving, stuff like that. So all combined, all everything combined, um, India didn't mind losing the toss also. India did, and they could boast two world class fast bowlers to start with. So West Indies once again, it was very difficult for West Indies.
Absolutely. We have two comments here. Sarvesh is saying this is a joke series. Uh, what do you think about this? What can we say? Two frontline pacers gone for West Indies. The quality isn't just the same anymore. Do you think this is an important series to happen for a team like West Indies, considering that they will then realize the gulf that needs to be covered?
No, I think they already realized that there is a gulf and they have fallen off a cliff. Um, this is the reason. Uh, if you look at things from the World Test Championship perspective, then nothing is a dirt series in the sense that you are still playing for those World Test Championship points, because if you beat Australia, the number of points you get, it is same when you beat the West Indies at home. So from that point of view, India will not lower their intensity. No chance. They missed out on last season's WTC final, and they will. And why they did miss out? Because nobody thought them to suffer a home whitewash against New Zealand. If they would have won the series against New Zealand, the World Test Championship final would have been locked in. But uh, that's why I think they are still a bit wary in the sense that there is no slip up. They will not, take their feet off the gas. Uh, they will play hard cricket. They will be ruthless, and they will try to finish things off as early as possible. In the sense, if they can secure an innings victory, that bonus point will be there also.
Absolutely. There are more questions coming in. Ria Roy is saying it's sad to see West Indies like this. Prasanjit Mitra is saying Bumrah is looking a little rusty? Question mark.
It is. You have to cut him some slack in the sense he just came back from a rigorous Asia Cup in the Dubai heat, and after that he's playing this Test match, and the turnaround time is very short. So from that point of view, it is expected. He bowled well within himself, and that was enough in the sense he got the wicket of Campbell. It was a tricky call. It was a tough call for the TV umpire. He was given not out by the on-field umpire, and the TV replay suggested it could be bat on the pad, or going there was a tickle as far as outside edge is concerned. Eventually, I think the right decision was made. Eventually, I think because there was an outside edge. So Bumrah doesn't need to. Walk the extra mile in this test. If he bowls well within himself, that is enough. And Bumrah bowled a second spell also before lunch, so which means he's absolutely fit and fine. Uh, so no concerns at all.
Absolutely. There's a good question here. It's something that I also have been wondering for a long time. And it's Rick Joy asking, is there a reason to field a full strength team for this series? This series was a great opportunity to test out players like Iswaran. Is it because India wants max points for the WTC?
Absolutely, that is the thing. And Test cricket is Test cricket. Test cricket is not where you experiment. You always, irrespective of your opponents, you always play with your best team. It is Test cricket because, from a player's point of view, when someone will hang up his boots, eventually the number of runs or the number of wickets taken, that will count, and that doesn't mention if you have taken those. That doesn't mention the opponents, whether you have scored those runs against England or Australia, or whether you have scored those runs against West Indies or Bangladesh, for example. So at the end of the day, it is about Test cricket, and Test cricket, when you will call it a day, your test record will carry everything, irrespective of the opponents. So Test cricket is not a place where you experiment. You always play your best team.
Absolutely. Let's take one final comment before we close the show. We have a super chat here. Dikshita is saying home season starts. 50 लोग भी नहीं आए देखने वहां.
It's expected. I wrote a copy. Given that it's Navratri time, today is the Shera. I mean, everyone is immersed in the festivities. Let's see if tomorrow, when India will bat, today a few hundreds have come. Gujarat Cricket Association, as we have reported, Anil Patel, the secretary, told me that they are only opening the lower bowls of the stadium. So it is expected, sort of. Today, it's a holiday. Today, everyone is celebrating Vijaya Dashami and Dasera. Um, Once again, and this is not a marquee series. Let's face the fact, this is not a marquee series. So from that point of view, the turnout was always going to be insignificant, sort of. Mute,
Oh, I'm on
mute.
mute. On that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and sending in your questions. Shomik will head back in and we will join you at the end of the day. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.